And while solitude usually seems like a very individualistic approach, it's through connecting with God first and then connecting with ourselves in that way that we can be prepared to connect with and to live in healthy community with others. For many people, solitude is about finding oneself. Tired of the busyness, tired of the distraction. It's like, I want to separate so I can go find myself. And as good as and important as that is, I have to ask, like, when we're doing that, who's leading us through that time? Who's speaking into finding ourselves? Who's directing us? The Christian approach is unique. Solitude is about finding deeper connection with God. And it's through finding deeper connection with God that we truly find a deeper connection with ourselves. And it's through that then that we're prepared to live in healthier connection with others in community. Solitude is about expecting an encounter with God. Do you see how these people expected? They expected an encounter with God when Moses went to the tent. They went to the edge of their tents and they were watching. They were waiting because they believed God would show up and they wanted to see what would happen. They were anticipating that. And I just have been convicted this week. I've been challenged as I look at that and I consider, if I expected to meet with God, how might that change the way that I approach and think about solitude? If I really expected an encounter with God, if we did, man, I don't know. Would it be something that we would dread and we go, "Oh, I don't know if I can handle it. I don't know if I've got time for it. Seems kind of like for the weak people." Or would we be like, when can I get more? I expect God is going to show up. I've been challenged by that. The people were there at the edge of the tents, watching, waiting, looking. This is what God invites us into. He says, you can expect, it might not be a pillar of cloud kind of experience every single time, but you can expect that I will show up because I love to meet with you. I love to relate with you. I love to hear you and I love to speak to you. But I think we've grown so self-reliant that I think we often don't think we need God until we really do. It's not a regular practice of our lives. Or maybe we see him as kind of some kind of assistant for us rather than our life-giving leader. It's almost like we would rather go on group dates with God. I'll do church, I'll do life groups, so as long as we stay at a group, but I'm not sure I want to go on a one-on-one with you, God. And he's like, I love the group times, but do you know I actually love meeting with you one-on-one? I just want to hear from you. I just want to speak to you. I want to spend time with you. You matter to me. Not just because you're a part of a big group or an organization. You matter to me, and I want time with you. We get so lost in our wandering that we would think that the end goal of solitude is to find ourselves. Like, what a lame substitute for finding God, for meeting with God. So much of our wanderings become about ourselves, and Jesus is directing us to find God. The invitation of Christian solitude is to connect with God. And here's why this is so significant. When we connect with God, we're connecting with the one who knows all, who has all power, the one who created you, who has your good in mind, his glory in mind. Like, this is who we have the opportunity to meet with. Imagine developing a deeper connection with this God, who with all of his power and all of his knowledge would leverage it for your good and his glory. Like, why would we not want to meet with him? But it's also significant because it's by connecting with God that we can truly connect with ourselves. As we spend time with him, we invite God into all of the spaces with our lives, as scary and vulnerable as that might be, but knowing because he's good, his intentions are good. And so his desire then is to heal and to develop and to draw deeper and to restore and to set free and to guide and to direct. And as he does that, we get to connect with who we truly are, not who we kind of want to be or want to make ourselves into or want to talk ourselves through some positive things to believe, but we get to actually connect with who God originally created us to be and to grow in that, into that person. The way we're going to truly connect with ourselves is first by connecting with God. And while solitude usually seems like a very individualistic approach, it's through connecting with God first and then connecting with ourselves in that way that we can be prepared to connect with and to live in healthy community with others.